Hello and welcome back to CoasterCastle. Today we're at Cadbury World in Birmingham I think we visited this attraction a few years ago.
A few years ago? No, last year it was.
I don't think it was last year, it was the year before.
Oh, it must have been.
I don't remember. We visited the attraction even a few years ago, and when we did, there was a lot of construction. I think the experience was another 30 minutes because it was so cut down due to construction. They were updating Advertising Avenue. They were doing some other relocations and redirections around the building since getting rid of the packaging floor and Cadbury a few years before that. So, safe to say, we believe all the construction's now finished. So we're going to see what's changed and have a good day out and learn all about chocolate. So Cadbury World, if you've never been or don't know what Cadbury's is for some reason, is a chocolate factory style experience that takes you through the story of Cadbury and how the Cadbury chocolate is made. It's not a factory tour, just to point out. It is attached to the Bourneville factory, but it's not a factory tour. It's more like a guest experience, visitor centre kind of experience, which has in the last few years been taken over by Merlin as an operator, so it is included with an annual pass. However, if you are using your Merlin annual pass, there's very limited slots that you can use to get it. It books up quite fast for pass holders.
It does.
So book early to secure your spot with your Merlin pass. But if not, they do sell tickets available to come and visit as well. So we're going to get in. It's just opened. It does run on a time slot system, so you do need to have a time slot booked. It's not just to turn up any time, just to control the flow through the attraction. And I believe it's time for our time slot.
I believe so.
So let our chocolate adventure begin. So we are in and we have chocolate.
We got it.
How many chocolates do we have, son?
We have 6.
So 3 bars each. What have we got? We've got 2 dairy milks, some caramels.
Berries, whispers.
And caramels.
And curries, yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah, it's got some chocolate there. So they do offer you to buy a bag. Just to point out, the bag doesn't give you any more chocolate.
No,
but they do offer you to buy a little tote bag on the entrance if you would like one. So you get 3 bars each to start off, and then you start your journey in the Aztec jungle, which is really immersive. Yeah, my camera was like facing them away though, it was really weird. So this section talks about how the cocoa beans came to be. It's really immersive. You have various things, like dark ride-esque, with interactive screens like this one that show you about the value of cocoa beans. I can actually cheat because the board over there tells me exactly what's going on here. So we go like that. Partly tells me anyway. So it's a good mixture of interactive and reading in this section.
We have changed the recipe by replacing the chili pepper and by adding other spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and by adding sugar. We kept chocolate a closely guarded secret for over 100 years. Until the daughter of King Philip II of Spain married King Louis XIII of France and took the secret with her to the French court.
It's really well themed in here. I do like the theming.
Very well done.
I feel like we've hit this point at the right time, as always. Yeah, we have.
Our family are staunch Quakers, and we originally came from the West Country. Father moved the family to Birmingham.
So, after the 2 shows, we can now find out how certain chocolate's made. Which one do you fancy? Got roses, Easter eggs, cream eggs, Easter eggs, Fayence and brand.
We produce over 35 million Easter eggs at Bourneville every year. Cadbury's Easter eggs start life as thick, warm, liquid chocolate. A measured amount of the liquid chocolate is deposited into molds, shaped like 1/2 of an egg. The eggshells are shaken gently to get rid of all the air. and then turned upside down to tip out the excess chocolate. This covers the mold evenly with chocolate and removes any excess. The half eggs then travel on a conveyor belt under a metal detector, and samples are checked for quality and weight. A special machine then picks up the half eggs, inverts them, and places them into special receptacles, which on the next pass have the second half of the egg placed on top. The whole eggs now make their way to the foil wrapping machine. The egg is then fed into the wrapping machine, where it is carefully held steady, while the foil is first placed over the top before the lower seam is formed. The end sections are then folded to produce the seal. The foil-covered eggs are then spun in a smoothing cut belt, which ensures the foil covering is smooth and fits tightly around the egg before being taken to the packaging area. Here, the cartons are formed before the finished eggs are inserted. The fillers, bars or small bags of sweets are added to the carton before it is sealed. The finished cartons are picked up and loaded into outers before being shipped.
So as you saw there was 2 sections which turned into 2 show scenes, one starting about the Bourneville story and how Bourneville and Cadbury Dairy Milk came to be, and the second one being a story in a quick 4D fashion to sort of show you how chocolate is made from the full process, which is quite fun. I think it's my favourite of the 2. Obviously didn't film those, I'm not going to show you those. And then we came into this section where you can learn about how different chocolates are made. So obviously, talking about roses. I do like the accessibility here. There's a lot of BSL interpretations, sign language and other things like that. It's great to see that sort of stuff. Looks like they've redone the demonstration section since we last came, so on to demonstrations.
Okay, nowadays it's mainly done by machines. Of course, in small artisan shops you find it temporary. But it looks like a very simple process, but it's absolutely vital to the end result of your chocolate. Okay, so I'm pulling it down, I'm spreading it out. The table is marked, so it will always be cold, whatever the weather. And as I spread my chocolate like so, I immediately pour the liquid chocolate. And then by rolling it over, I roll the cool chocolate over the warm chocolate, and it cools over. And it does so much more than that. It balances all of the cocoa crystals to make sure that your finished chocolates are shiny, snappy, and delicious.
So here's a few of the products that you can buy here at Cadbury World. All handmade here as well, so you've got the chocolate beans of various kinds. I miss Cadabra, I will keep saying it. So, bring back Cadabra. And you know that saying about a chocolate teapot? You can get a chocolate teapot right here.
And mind you, do just for laughs.
To be fair, they are very good. So, they also do like custom plaques, bigger plaques. You can watch them being made here as well, because this is where they make them as well. So, you've heard of a mini egg. This is a not so mini egg. Mini egg for scale. Not so mini egg. See here they hand pipe and hand decorate each one. Really creative. That's really talented. But they hand pipe each one based on details in various different patterns and designs. Really talented. I would love to try it.
We have got Kelly in today making a beautiful chocolate shoe. Kelly, you are doing fantastic.
This is the pages.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
That's it.
You have to go off it again.
So here you get your own chocolate pot and put 2 toppings with it. So they've added Sour Patch Blue Raspberry, so I feel compelled to try that one somehow. I don't know what I'm putting with it yet. The white chocolate buttons, I'm not sure. I'll come up with something. So I opted for white chocolate buttons and Oreo just because I can't really think of anything that would have gone with Sour Patch options. And that's a chocolate dinosaur. What option did you choose, Sam?
I went Oreo crumb and Lotus crumb.
There is actually chocolate in there, you just can't see it.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, in previous times the chocolate's been melted. We're having an issue today, so we just had buttons and more buttons.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I could have probably got the Sour Patch because it would have made more sense, but you know, always good fun there. The guy running around as well, brilliant host, you know,
Oh, he's lovely.
engaging with everyone. If you wanted to there, you can buy a chocolate decoration to have decorated in that area. The system's playing up a bit at the moment.
It was being a bit slow.
You can buy your pre-order your plaques online in advance, and then you can watch them being decorated there in real time, which is, again, like we just said, really creative. So you can see them at work. And speaking of more chocolate designs, bunny, chocolate bunny. So now we're suitably filled up on chocolate. We're going to try and make our own. So this is the refurbished Have a Go zone. There you go, constant mix of chocolate there. It looks good. It smells good as well. And then you've got a replica here of a shop with various products inside, all dated as well, different years dated onto it. Really cool to sort of see that. I'll take you a bit closer now. Sam's taking a picture. Loads of different memorabilia, history. There's a Whisper bingo dabber over there in the middle there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just zoom in a bit. Hang on. Camera's doing. I'm having a time with my camera today, apparently. Yeah, Whisper bingo dab on the side there. There's loads of things in here. And then in this area as well, we can have a go ourselves at doodling in chocolate and chocolate tempering. Last time I did chocolate tempering, I don't remember being very good at it. Sam's going to draw me something in chocolate. Aww. Very nice of you. Sam is an artist. So, I don't think either of us are going to make it as decorators. So in the chocolate making have a go zone, you can also try your hand at chocolate tempering. We were both really bad at it last time, so we bypassed that option. But now we're heading to the 4D cinema part. So they've actually rerouted it a lot since we last came. So you used to do the indoor section, and then you'd come outside to do the chocolate story, have a go zone, and the 4D cinema afterwards. But now they've rerouted it, so you go from chocolate making into have a go zone into this bit. So they've made it all quite linear now, apart from the play area, which is probably a good thing, because a lot of the stuff outside people were missing. So, but yeah, 4D cinema time, which I've actually covered up, which is quite good. So if it's raining.
Chosen so as not to disclose the whereabouts of Mr. Barrett. Thank you, Rob. Now, if you're a fan of large chocolate bars, then you might be interested to know that a new state-of-the-art factory unit has been built in Chuckleton to produce giant bars of Cadbury dairy milk. The new facility features the company's largest ever mixing bowl and whisk, which required the strength of nearly 100 chuckle beans to maneuver it into place. The new facility has been kept under wraps until now, and remarkably...
Create your own future brand. Okay. Do you want light or dark chocolate? Special process of making chocolate, how do you fancy it? Glowing chocolate?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, it glows.
It's like a glow stick.
Radioactive chocolate. Very cool. So the 4D cinema, I'd say it's probably my favourite 4D cinema experience I've ever done. It's probably the best one around.
It's silly and funny.
Yeah, it's silly, it's funny. The seats actually move quite well.
God, do they?
You get actual motion on it. You know, it's a really good experience for 4D cinema. Like, I really enjoy that one. It's not too long either.
I would say it's probably the right amount of time for what it is.
It's a good length of a show. It's good fun. The only issue with this kind of canopy they put over is the actual 4D cinema building's got some nice theming on the outside, but you can't see it as well now because of the canopies, but it's very protective and also helps that linear route. But which I think this linear route is working quite well, actually.
I think so.
Like, it's keeping everything together in a way that you can kind of find your way around.
Yeah.
It means you don't miss anything as well, because when it all used to be separate outside, you used to miss some of this stuff if you didn't know it was here, or if you didn't know how to get outside. Obviously you do have the play area, which is outside as well, which you can access at the end by following it around. But I do think the linear route works. It does make people actually spend the time to go around all the bits. And obviously you can choose to skip things if you don't want to do them, you can just walk past them. But at the moment it's rerouting us back in now to go into the Bourneville experience, which used to be before Have a Go Zone. So it's all kind of, it's all tied together again, it works quite well.
I think they've done it better doing it this way.
I would wonder though, with these temporary canopies, would they put something in them or make them more permanent going forwards? Because obviously there's quite a lot of just purple canopies you just saw there. Maybe have, I don't know, some posters or something like they used to have upstairs before they got rid of Cadbury. They had like a whole section about how the people, the workers and stuff. Something like that'd be good, but it don't matter because creme-egg car.
Do you like a creme-egg car?
Do like creme-egg car. So this section takes you through the history of Bourneville, all the way from the beginning through to today. So it's got some sections here about the workers, videos and other archival things as well. So different, how different it looks now compared to how it used to look.
Prosperity could have spoiled it, but it didn't. And if this great place is not to be just a workshop, and after all, Britain's full of workshops, but a community too, then it isn't necessary to separate work from play by a great gulf of roads and suburbs and wasted time. So you surround the 80 acres of factory with 120.
So they have so much memorabilia and merchandise from over the years. Some of this stuff I remember, some of it I don't remember. If you see anything you remember, do let us know. I know Sam always has an interest in the Star Wars bits that we have here. I'm a big fan of these kind of like dispenser animals. I think they're quite cool. The gorilla at the top, yeah. There's more Star Wars bits here. I remember these mini bowl containers really well. And of course the Cadbury chuckle beans. Out of interest, did anyone actually get one of the chuckle beans? Because they did the competition when Cadbury closed to rehome some of them. Did you get one? Because I've not found anyone yet who has had one. And I really wanted one. So Sam wants this entire mug collection, I'm sure. Especially the kind of more weird and wonderfuls like the Cadbury Cube and the Chuckle Bean. Do miss the time when they used to have the eggs with the mugs. Everyone had some really mini ones. So this area has been reopened since we last saw it. The advertising sector. I don't remember this guy at all. The rerouting continues as we're going upstairs again. And yeah, there's our friends from the 4D cinema at top than the roller coaster. Oh, this is funky. So they have reused the upper floor bits a bit more again, which is good. It's funky. Don't think they've used the area that they had closed off though, but this is pretty cool. I don't remember this guy very much at all, I'll be honest. The advert I don't remember. Again, they've put the old theming back that used to be downstairs, but they've expanded on it, which is quite nice. I think she might need a bit of help lifting that though. Sam found a button, so he really had to go press it. We go on to the Chocolate Quest ride. That was a lot shorter than I remember it being advertised on Avenue, but on to the ride. And now, shop time. Biggest Cadbury shop, I believe. It used to be bigger, but obviously since I've changed it all around, it's a little smaller, but still packed full of Cadbury chocolate products. So, what we do the talking out here was a bit easier than trying to do that talking after the ride section because it's quite. If you go from the ride straight into a shop. So the advertising section, that's been made a lot shorter from what I remember.
Feels like it, yeah.
Yeah. But it's nice that they've kept the kind of same sign and theme to it, so it still looks very similar. But it is a little bit shorter than I remember. It's missing a lot of the old advertisings. And some bits you'd only have seen if you took the stairs, which I thought was quite interesting. The ride, Cadbury Chocolate Quest, obviously replacing Cadabra, is a trackless dark ride, interactive shooting ride. And it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for everyone to get involved in. It's a team one as well, so you're not fighting against each other, you're working with each other to make the ingredients to get the chocolate at the end.
Yep.
Now, when it first opened the ride, they had a station at the end where as soon as you get off, you get given another bar of chocolate. Now you can still see it's there. They've still got the train set up there with these sort of doors where they'd put more chocolate through, but unfortunately they haven't used that today, and I don't know when they'd last use that. Because what you used to do was just before you'd leave, after you get off the ride, you get another bar of chocolate, and then it'd be nice to close off, really, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah.
So unfortunately they're not doing that anymore. You just get your free at the beginning, which is nice, but that one at the end was a bit fun. Then into the shop. So obviously the shop full of all your Cadbury items, plenty of Cadbury options there.
Yep, lots of chocky.
Lots of chocolate, and then obviously some sweets as well, because they've got Bassett's, Sour Patch Kids, and some other sweets like that there as well, because they are owned by the same company. Again, I liked the shop before they did the renovation when it was a lot bigger. They had a lot more characters and a little bit more fun in there. It's now a bit more corporate kind of shop, I think, which is a shame, but it is still nice. As far as the experience goes, what do you think?
I think
it's longer than the last time you came.
I still think the same, that it's still worth coming and having a look at. It's always good fun, and you really can't go wrong with a bit of chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the longest experience. I mean, we came in for about 10 o'clock. It's what, like 11:30 now, give or take.
I believe so.
But we were taking our time. You could easily rush through it in like an hour or so. Obviously, it's a midweek visit as well, so it's not that many people on here. It's like quite easy to get around. On a weekend, it is a lot busier, so you are queuing in a lot more areas. But the ride, we walk straight on, but it can be waiting up to an hour depending on the time of year. But it is good fun. It is just a bit of a shadow of what it used to be still. They are making improvements and amendments. You know, they've just added the linear routine to it all now. They added the experience have a go zone. Sorry, tickling throat again. But there is a lot more I think they need to do just to make it a longer experience, make it more worth the full price ticket. If you can get it on your pass, then definitely do it on your pass. They used to have another floor of the factory for packaging rooms. They don't have that anymore. That's where Cadbury used to be. So it'd be great to see that expansion, but we'll come back again at some point and see how it is. But I'm going to close this off before I...
For now, that's been
Right.
CoasterCastle, and it's been great.
Yep. See you in the next video.
See you soon.
Bye bye.